evening, everybody. Welcome to Viterbo University, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference quarterfinal match here between Viterbo and Indiana Northwest. V-Hawks are 24-6 on the season, went 18-0, undefeated in the Chicagoland in the regular season. They have won 51 consecutive tournament matches, or conference matches, I should say. 44 in the regular season, 7 in conference play. They've won 3 straight. They've actually been a longer streak than that. They've won 11. I'm gonna check my notes here. They've won 11 straight conference tournaments in 12 out of the last 13. They've made 12 straight national tourneys in 13 out of 14. Shooting to make their 15th consecutive conference tournament title match with a couple of wins. 16th in the rankings. New rankings out tomorrow. This is a poll week. IU Northwest is 13-20. They finished 9-9 in Chicagoland play. 3-way tie for 6th in the conference with IU South Bend and Olivet. Got swept by both of those teams. Olivet swept South Bend and Northwest, and then South Bend beat Northwest in their lone match Tuesday. So that's why IU, despite the 3-way tie, loses the tiebreaker, finishes 8th in the tiebreak. And tough spot here. You get a 6 or a 7, you end up on the opposite side of a Viterbo. Gives you a little better shot to maybe make it through, maybe win a couple of matches, pull a couple upsets, make it through to see Viterbo in the title match, but you're going to have to beat them not only here, but then win a couple more matches if you're IU Northwest here to make a national tournament. Just 9 players available for IU Northwest tonight as well. These two teams did play 10 days ago here at Viterbo. The Hawks won 14, 17, and 15. The Hawks out-hit them 358-54, 45-24 in kills, 8-3 in blocks, 45-33 in digs. The Hawks will get the opening point here as Jada Mitchell puts it away. Mitchell, the reigning Chicagoland Defender of the Week, 9 blocks in 5 sets in 2 matches last week. Did not play the third set of that match against Mount Mary on Friday due to blowout. So 9 blocks in 5 sets, almost 2 blocks a set. And as we said, Mitchell for the second time this year, the Defender of the Week in the Chicagoland. Michaela Marquardt will serve first for Viterbo. That's a little different. And that'll be a out. Point V-Hawks 2-0. Starters for the V-Hawks here. 19 is Michaela Marquardt, who's going on the floor as we speak. 6 is Reese Gurman, the libero. 11, Maddie Connor. 9, Sadie Treptow. 17, Jalen Hinsman. And 3 is Jada Mitchell. Free ball here for Viterbo. Connor inside to Mitchell. Mitchell puts it away. 3-0 V-Hawks out of the shoot. Starters here for IU Northwest. The libero. 7 is Ava Everett. 15 is Renaya Preston. We saw them 10 days ago. 27, is Trinity Littner. They'll set up Littner here. Littner off the block gets the kill. First point for IU Northwest. Sub in here is 4 Lindsay Kruger. She'll replace 11 Abby Allen. Serving is 23 Kaylin Murphy. Have we hit everybody yet? No, we have not hit 9 Gabby Lilovich. I don't think we've hit everybody. I don't think we've hit 6 Bailey Yaporski either. Sorry about that. Left side for Izzy Jar. Jar off the block gets the kill. 4-1 V-Hawks here in the early going. Hinsman back in for Mitchell. We hit Kruger, Yaporski, Everett, Lilovich, Allen, Preston, Murphy, Littner. Now they've played 8 of their 9 players already. To Marissa Gutierrez, only player who has not played. Let's serve for the V-Hawks. And got something out of that, but dug up by Czech in the net, however, were the V-Hawks. Jar was in the net, so point for Northwest 4-2. As Yaporski back in. From 10 days ago, may recall that Mitchell, Treptow, Littner, and Yaporski are the top 4 in the conference in blocks per set. So good matchup of middles here. Treptow over the block out. May try to cut shot of some sort that time and mishit it a little bit. 4-3 in favor of Viterbo. Wonder if this one will play in a semifinal Thursday night. The Hawks are the top seed, obviously, in the conference tournament. Will play at home as long as they're still in it. Left side for Jar. Jar off the block gets the kill. Porsky and Preston a little late to get to that one. And you can see assistant coach over there. Actually, I think that's head coach, Alondra Avalos. And indicating the block didn't get there quick enough and not quite tight enough. Jaden Polavina in to serve, 5-3 V-Hawks. Out, 5-4. As we said, they played 10 days ago, and we gave you the kind of the statistical rundown on that one. Give you the 4 factors as we always do. Maybe a better gauge. Throw out a potentially bad match for somebody. Good serve there. But able to dig it up, and then ball was tipped, so that'll be a kill. Kill for Jar. Jar will serve. And Haley Halverson back in for check. On the season, V-Hawks, and actually I should say in conference play, V-Hawks averaging 12.5 kills per set, IU Northwest 9.8. V-Hawks hitting 252 in conference play, IU Northwest hitting 127. Blocks per set reasonably even, V-Hawks at 2.4 set, IU Northwest at 1.8 as Jar's serve is long. Digs per set, IU Northwest, the advantage there, 14.8 a set, V-Hawks 14.0 a set. Inks back in for Jar. It looks like Allen is back in to serve for IU Northwest. I think we just abbreviated and called them Northwest last time, made things a little less wordy. Into the net. 7-5 V-Hawks. Mia Quist in to serve. Had a nice finish to her regular season, did Mia Quist. Played well in a variety of roles, usually a serving role here in matches, but played well defensively, played well offensively, gets the dig there, but a little too strong, and Mitchell couldn't play it up, so 7-6 Viterbo in front. Gurman, the libero, back in. Littner back in for Northwest. As is to Marissa Gutierrez to serve. You only got 9 players on your team. You're going to get plenty of action. That won't be an issue. May wear down a little bit at the end of sets, and may wear down a little bit later in the match. Ely over the block. Dug up by Preston. Big swing block back by Mitchell. Left side for Halverson. And in the net that time was Northwest. I believe that was Lilovich that was in the net. Point V-Hawks 8-6. Connor back in to serve. Not a great first rotation for either team, but. And libero Everett back in for Northwest. A big knee brace on her left knee does Everett. Didn't notice that when they played here 10 days ago. Kept up free ball for the V-Hawks. Inside for Mitchell. Mitchell off the block. Nice dig up by Preston. Right side over the block and long. Easy decision there for Gurman and Angst. 9-6 Viterbo. Yeah, Mitchell 1.2.3 digs per blocks per set. Littner 107, Treptow 0.92, Uporski 0.91. As we said, top 4 players in the conference in terms of block per set, and Mitchell and Treptow couldn't get the hands quite back down quick enough to keep that one alive. 9-7. Kruger among those back in for Northwest. Out that time, easy decision again for Gurman. A lot of missed serves on both sides so far. So those top 4 in the conference in blocks per set. Mitchell's first in the conference in hitting percentage at 386. Treptow's 5th at 248. Gurman 3rd in the conference in digs per set and total digs. And Maddie Connor is 3rd in the conference as aces per set. As far as conference leaders on both sides in this match. Middle attack will be out. Tried to go away from Mitchell that time, did Murphy, but a little too far to the left side of the floor. Timeout for Northwest. 11-7 Viterbo here, opening set. Hawks hitting better than I thought so far. 556 thus far, 6 kills, 1 error, 9 attacks. Northwest hitting 100, 4 kills, 3 errors, 10 attacks thus far. Pretty early in the match here, not a whole lot standing out. Both teams made a couple of service errors already. Been no aces thus far. Probably not a whole lot individually as well to this point. And Jar's got 3 kills so far, hitting 1,000. Mitchell a couple of kills, hitting 667, and Connor 4 aces thus far, but not a lot individually to this point. Lilovich a couple of aces or assists, excuse me. Yeah, Connor 4 assists, and Lilovich a couple of assists for Northwest. The Hawks played the previous match 10 days ago without Haley Halverson. That was the third of the 3 matches she missed with a concussion. Came back the following Tuesday, which would have been a week ago. And Quist, as we said, played well late in the regular season. Had 7 kills, hit 545, 4 digs, 4 aces in that match. Left side, left-handed attacker, left side, but outside the pin. So Point B Hawks 12-7. At least 3 straight here as Marquardt continues to serve. Inside, kind of a knuckleball that time from Littner. Kind of a changeup of sorts, gets IU Northwest the side out. 12-8. Kruger back in. Murphy serving. Check back in for Viterbo. That's going to be long. Hinsman back in for Mitchell. It's close to the net but played. Able to play it over. Go left side for Jar. Jar off the block. Dug up by Murphy. Go back row attack with Murphy, but a little short on that swing. 14-8 B-Hawks here opening set. Left side, off the block. That ball was tipped here. Check didn't recognize that. Thought she should have. (14-9) Everett the libero serving here. Right side for Treptow, and Treptow able to beat the libero Everett and Murphy in the back row. Polavina and Ely back in, Treptow and Connor out. At match 10 days ago, these two teams played in was also Viterbo's senior name. Mitchell, Connor, Treptow, and Quist were recognized. Second point dump into the middle, and nice play by Polavina to keep it alive. Jar gets a swing out of that, but long. Good decision by Murphy. 15-10. Don't recall a lot of second point dumps in that first match. Middle for Ely. That'll be a kill. Shown good versatility has Ely this year, mainly as a right side, but they've used her as an attacker in the middle and an attacker on the left side as a lefty at times. Maya Roberts-esque, left-handed player that played mainly right side, but could go 2 in the middle or go 2 on the left side. She's as good as Roberts ended up having in her career as Maya Roberts had, and I think Ryan DeLong will be very happy with that. 17-10, Jar serving. Deep, but played by Everett. It's going to be long. Tried to go over the block that time. Officials tonight, April Suter, the up official. Timeout for Northwest. 18-10 V-Hawks lead. This was 9-7, so the V-Hawks have won 9 of the last 12 points, go from 9-7 to 18-10. Second time out of the set for Northwest. As we said, officials tonight, up official April Suter, down official Dan Wagner from Stillwater, Minnesota. It's the second time I've thought of Stillwater today. Had a former baseball player that I coached many years ago asked me if I knew an old coach from Stillwater, Minnesota. Been coaching a long time, know a lot of coaches, did not know the specific coach that the player from about 20 years ago was referencing. Last time we checked, V-Hawks were hitting pretty well. Still hitting pretty well. 8 kills, 2 errors, 13 attacks, hitting .462. Northwest in negative territory. 6 kills, 7 errors, 17 attacks, negative .059. Jar will continue to serve here for the V-Hawks, up 18-10 in the first. Right side, over the block, out. 19-10. Handled real cleanly. Not a free ball, but kind of. We also get something out of this with Halverson. Going to be played over on an overpass. Halverson near the net that time. Wow, nice play by Halverson. That was not a fantastic pass by Polavina, but good play by Halverson, kind of off balance and got something out of that. Got a pretty good kill, a pretty good swing out of that. Gets the kill. Very nice play by Halverson. Jar will continue to serve. Near the net and in the net that time was Northwest, 21-10. Pretty good service run here for Jar. I think it's at about at least 4 straight. Put the timeout at 18-10 after a Viterbo point. Left side for Halverson. Halverson, big swing. Free ball for Viterbo. Yaporski plays it over. Inside for Ely. Play it over here for another free ball for Viterbo. See if they can take advantage this time. They go left side for Halverson. Halverson off the block. Blocked back by Ely. Dump over. Easy play up for Polavina. Right side for Ely. Ely splits the block. Good look at the future there. All underclassmen on the floor right now. Freshman in Gurman, sophomore in Jar. A junior transfer in Polavina. But up front, a freshman, a sophomore, and 2 sophomores up front. So a junior, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen on the floor right now, and Halverson gets that kill. Big run here for Jar, at least 6 straight from the service line, 23-10. Long, but played by Everett. Will be played up by Jar. Halverson just going to have to play it over and tried to play it over and keep it inside the pin. Couldn't do so, so 23-11. Nice service run, though, for Jar, at least 6 straight. I said it's at least 17-10, and then the timeout at 18-10. May have been more than that. Very nice service run for Jar. Right side for Ely off the block, dug up by Everett. Back set, dug up by Gurman. Get something out of that, does Halverson, and puts it away. Mitchell back in along with Quist to serve on a set point. 0 upperclassmen for Northwest. A lot of underclassmen. V-Hawks playing with at least for a handful of points, they're all underclassmen on the floor, and that's going to be the case every point tonight for Northwest. Inside for Mitchell to flap up the first set, and that's almost unfair. You do everything in your power to block Jada Mitchell as good as she is, and then she's able to tips one right in the middle against you, and you don't have much of a shot. 25-11, V-Hawks win the first set. V-Hawks at 478 in that first set. 13 kills, 2 errors, 23 attacks. Northwest hit negative .074. 6 kills, 8 errors, 27 attacks. Northwest actually got 4 more attacks in that set, and the V-Hawks still won it pretty easily. $12 digs to 8 for Viterbo. Just that good offensively was Viterbo in the first set. Halverson, 4 kills at 571. Jar kill, 3 kills at 400, had 3 digs as well. Mitchell, 3 kills at 750. Ely had a couple of kills at 400. Sherman had 4 assists and 3 digs. Polavina had 4 assists and 2 digs. Connor had 5 assists. Pretty dominant in several, thank you, Delaney. Dominant in several areas in that first set was Viterbo. Northwest, we'll go back to them here. Littner had a couple of kills at 1,000. Only player with more than 1 kill. Murphy had 4 digs, Preston had 3. Lilovich had 4 assists, not a lot statistically. Kind of stands out from Northwest in that first set. Littner, the only player that hit in positive territory for them in the first set. Kruger, Lilovich, Yaporski, Preston, and Murphy all hit 0 or negative. I kind of realized Viterbo was controlling the set, but it wasn't like at any point, holy cow, they're playing fantastic here. And if 25-11 can be reasonably workmanlike, that first set kind of was. So winner of this one, as we said, will play Thursday against the winner of Governor State and Trinity Christian. Governor State, the 5 seed, Trinity Christian, the 4 seed. All the other matches in the quarterfinals begin tonight at 7. Other side, so Viterbo the 1, Northwest the 8, Trinity Christian the 4, Governor State the 5. Governor State took Viterbo to a 5th set. In a 16-14 5th set. St. Francis is the 2, IU South Bend's the 7, St. Xavier's the 3, and Olivetta's the 6. 2 automatic berths to the national tournament out of this conference tournament. Beehawks have already clinched 1 by virtue of winning the regular season. And then the winner of the conference tournament gets the 2nd. If Viterbo wins the tournament, the runner-up will be that 2nd team. That'll make it. That's what happened last year. Viterbo won regular season and tournament. So the winner of the other semifinal, which would be between St. Francis and St. Xavier, if the seeds hold, the winner of that one would get the 2nd seed to the national tournament. We're calling matches specifically for Viterbo here, and it lends a little more excitement if you get an upset in these tournaments. But when you're calling calling matches here at the site of the top seed, you're kind of rooting for the top seed a little bit. All right, Maddie Connor will serve to begin the 2nd set for Viterbo. Go right side over the block, out. Might have gone around the block. Looked like went over on the far side, did Murphy. Don't think Viterbo ever trailed in the first set here, and see if that turns out to be the case in the second as well after the opening point. One drive for Connor. Right side, blocked back by Halverson and Mitchell, kept up by Gurman. Halverson get a swing out of that. Good dig up by Kruger. Kruger will attack back row, blocked back by Mitchell. Solo block for Jada Mitchell. You weren't with us 25 minutes ago when we came on. Reigning Defender of the Week in the Chicagoland. 9 kills, or 9 blocks, I should say, in 5 sets in 2 matches last week. That'll be bumped over, free ball. Left side for Halverson. Halverson off the block and puts it away. 3-0 Viterbo. When you had Ryan DeLong after a recent match, I think it was either the Saturday match or the match, I think it was probably the match 10 days ago, or a week ago, I should say. Kind of talked about the ceiling being high enough. Is the floor high enough? The floor is high enough tonight. Inside from Mitchell. Mitchell off the block, but dug up by Murphy. Right side, split the block, and a nice swing that time to put it away by Renaya Preston. Have a knuckleball in the middle by Preston, and that'll be an ace. Wouldn't quite get there in time, could Angst. This time we'll go deep to Angst. Halverson will play it over, played to the corner. Hawks going to get basically a free ball out of this. In the middle again. Mitchell, big swing, but dug up, overpass, back to Polavina, back to Gurman, excuse me. Right side for Treptow. Treptow off the block and gets the kill. Jar and Marquardt in for Halverson and Angst. Excuse me, 4-2 Viterbo, second set. Left side, and kind of an easy block that time from Mitchell and Treptow. Tentative swing it looked like that time from Kruger. Go back right. Played up inside, down the line. Nice dig up by Angst. Jar will get a swing, overpass. Right side for Treptow. Treptow off the block and gets the kill. Good night for Maddie Connors so far. Been able to go right side to Treptow, been able to go inside to Mitchell, been able to go left side to Jar pretty easily. And Halverson on that left side. Kill for Northwest there. 6-3. Check back in. Replacing Marquardt. Inside for Treptow. Treptow having a nice match so far. Nice set. Had at least 3 kills so far in the second set. 4 kills, 1 air, hitting .600 is Treptow so far. Haven't got much out of Hinsman, but the other 5 attackers for Viterbo all had nice first set plus. Gurman will get that ace. 8-3 Viterbo here in the second. Won the first set 25-11. Left side over the block. Out. Good decision back row by Czech. Gurman on a service run here. Will continue to serve. Inside. Out. Timeout Northwest. 10-3 Viterbo here in the second set. The Hawks again hitting well. 4 kills, no errors, 9 attacks, hitting .444 in the second set. Northwestern having a rougher set than they even had in the first. Hitting negative .231, 2 kills, 5 errors, 13 attacks. The Hawks hitting .469 in the match thus far. Northwest hitting negative .125. Three blocks for Viterbo will do on none for Northwest as well, and we said that statistically that was kind of the key coming in. Thought it would be a key coming in when they played 10 days ago in the regular season, but until the third set, later in the third set of that first one, that was not the case. Viterbo was the better team at the net, and they've been the better team at the net defensively so far tonight. Yeah, Halverson, Treptow, Jar, Mitchell, Ely, all multiple kills and hitting .333 or better so far. Preston, Murphy, and Littner all with a couple of kills each for Northwest thus far. Off the block. Hinsman that time, dumped over, played up by Connor. Right side for Treptow, keep going to her. She's hot tonight. 11-3. Gurman on the run here, continues to serve. It was right side that time, as Gurman. Over the block, dug up by Czech. Back set for Treptow, keep feeding her. Treptow tips to the middle. It's all there for Treptow right now. Had the 3 aces on in the final home match last Friday. Obviously does not serve on a regular basis. Down the line from Gurman. Swing out of that, block back by Treptow and Hinsman. Never got over officially. That'll officially be an attack error, but had that got over, looked like Treptow and Hinsman would have been there for the double block. 13-3. That's outside the pin. Good service run, though, for Gurman. At least 6 straight. I'm recalling 7-3. Actually, maybe recalling 4-3. Yeah, big service run there from Gurman. Had one of those from Jar in the first set, had one here for Gurman in the second. Treptow off the block. That'll be a kill. Polavina and Ely back in for Connor and Treptow. Line drive serve played up by Everett. Easy dig up for check. Left side for Jar. Jar kind of a knuckleball that time. Kept up by Everett again. Played over second point, and that'll be a kill. Yaporski will get that kill. I think that's her first kill of the match. Her second. 14-5 Viterbo here in the second. Won the first set 25-11. Won 39 of the 53 points played thus far. 39 of 55 off the block that time. There's a big block from Northwest. Kruger and Yaporski, I think, both went up that time, but Kruger got the larger portion of that one. She's not a real big player, 5'6". They list her as a combination outside and defensive specialist. Good play by Czech that time. Serve was long. 15-6. Now keep everybody around and add a 3-4 player freshman class here. Northwest being a lot better shape a year from now. Not that it's over yet, but blocked back by Hinsman. Free ball. Inside for Ely, and Ely, a left-handed cut shot to the corner. Left side off the block here, and a kill. Preston will get that kill. Hanks back in for Viterbo for Jar. And into the net that time. 17-7 Beehawks here in the second. Mitchell back in, along with Mia Quist to serve. Allen back in defensively for Northwest. Yeah, that'll be a misplay by Everett. That'll result in an ace for Quist. Kind of got caught in no man's land there. Wasn't sure whether she wanted to go hands down or hands up. Timeout Northwest. 18-7 Viterbo leads here in the second. 7 points away from a 2-0 lead. Vehawks hitting .467 in the second set. 8 kills, 1 error, 15 attacks. Northwest hitting -100. Everything that's was played out in the first is kind of carried over here to the second. 4 kills, 6 errors, 20 attacks for Northwest here in the second. Vehawks hitting .474. Northwest hitting -085. cheat and look back at his schedule. I don't recall. Viterbo got taken to 5 by Governors State. In a moment, I'm not recalling. Might have been Trinity that was the other team that took him to 5. There's the Governors State match. Trinity was 3-1. That was the same back-to-back trip when South Bend took him to 5. So Governors State took him to 5. Trinity took him to 4. Both on the road. Have not played either at home, I do believe, thus far. I'll double-check that when I get a shot. Quist continues to serve, 18-7. Over the block, nice dig up by Quist. Better swings of the night. Quist will play it over. Right side, Preston, kind of a knuckleball, dug up by Ely. Inside for Mitchell. Mitchell tipped off the block, but kept alive. Again to Preston, tipped to the middle, and that'll be good on the far side, yeah. Interesting point there by Preston. And one of their better swings here in the last couple points on the left side, but dug up well in the back row by the V-Hawks. I'm looking for Trinity and Governors State. 18-8 Viterbo here in a second. Right side for Ely. Ely a big swing and puts that one away. Nice pass by Polavina that time. And there's the Governor, there's the Trinity. I think they've only played them both once here. I'm going to scroll through the schedule backwards one last time just to make sure. It's going to be one of the better post-match questions for Ryan DeLong that we'll have here. 19-8. Left side tipped over the block. Nice dig up by Halverson. Back set played by Treptow to the middle. Preston to get a swing out of that and get the kill. Kruger back in for Northwest. Preston will serve. Go back right to Gurman. Connor sets up Mitchell inside, tipped. Dug up by Kruger. Left side over the block, off the block. No, didn't hit the block apparently. Okay, tried a cut shot or tried to go inside the block near the pin that time, and the ball was out. Jar and Marquardt in for Halverson and Angst. Tip to the middle, played up by Marquardt. Back set for Treptow. She'll play to the middle, dug up by Everett. Blocked back by Mitchell and Treptow. Casey Franklin get a little second set action here. She'll check in for Jar. Mentioned when Halverson was out for that 3-match stretch. Now Jar picked up her game a little bit, but Franklin and Quist both played pretty well. Mitchell puts it away. Franklin the senior, but has eligibility remaining, if I'm recalling this correctly. Inside tip, blocked back by Mitchell. Let's get a free ball out of this. Left side for Franklin. Franklin over the block and in the net that time, so takes away the kill of Franklin. I believe it was Lilovich that was in the net that time. 23-9, V-Hawks 2 points away from a 2-0 lead. Played over, blocked by Mitchell. Connor and Mitchell. Mitchell off the block, dug up by Preston. Murphy blocked back by Mitchell and Treptow. V-Hawks a point away here from a 2-0 lead. Inside, dug up by Gurman. Back set for Treptow, block back. Left side for Franklin. That'll be a kill for Casey Franklin. Seahawks up 2-0 here. They've won the first 2 sets 11-9. Won 50 of the 70 points here, 2 through sets. Don't see any dance team members in the neighborhood, so standard second at the third set break. Seahawks at 440 in that second set, 12 kills, 1 error, 25 attacks. Northwestern negative 091, 6 kills, 9 errors, 33 attacks. Seahawks hitting 458 through 2 sets. Northwest hitting negative 083. 26-20 in terms of digs, only 3 service errors. Good sign for Viterbo. 5 blocks to 1. Stats are as one-sided as the match has been thus far. Preston's had a good match. 5 kills, 2 errors, hitting 200 for Northwest. Yaporski a couple of kills, hitting 167. Murphy a couple of kills. Littner a couple of kills. 6 digs for Preston, 3 each for Kruger and Everett. 8 assists for Lilovich, couple for Preston. Treptow 7 kills, hitting 600, 3 blocks as well. Halverson 5 kills, hitting 500. Mitchell 4 kills, hitting 400 with 4 blocks. Ely with 4 kills, thank you. Ely 4 kills, hitting 571. Jar 3 kills, Franklin a couple of kills and hitting 1,000. Kind of said this earlier, haven't gotten a lot of Hinsman tonight, but everybody else, Viterbo, as far as an attacker, is having a nice match. Jar 3 digs as well, Ely a couple of digs. German's got 7 digs, 5 assists through 2 sets. Polavina 6 assists, 2 digs. Connor's got 14 assists through 2 sets. Pretty high number through a couple of sets. Quista's got a couple of digs. Marquardt's got 4. Check's got 2. And unlike a regular season match here, Viterbo's going to keep the Jets on here to being the second half. Haley Halverson looks like she's having fun at the moment. Thinking about this here, Halverson's alma mater, Bloomer, lost in the D3 state semifinals on Friday in Green Bay. I'm not sure if anybody for Viterbo would have had anybody that was playing deep beyond the semifinals, would have played on Championship Saturday. I'm not seeing anybody that immediately stands out. Should say Barron, not Bloomer. Barron, excuse me, for Halverson. We said winner of this one will play Thursday in a semifinal match. Viterbo will be back at home if they hang on to this 2-0 lead. They'd be playing for a 15th consecutive berth in a conference tournament championship match on Thursday if they win tonight. That's going back 3 conferences. That goes from the Chicagoland to the North Star to the Midwest Classic Conference, the old MCC, which Viterbo was in until 2015, if I remember right. North Star in 16. Going on memory there. Second year in the Chicagoland for Viterbo. All right, it'll be Northwestern to serve to begin the third set. Inside to Mitchell. Good plays to start, and Seahawks mentioned it earlier in that second set. Never trailed in the first set. I don't believe ever trailed in the second here, and we'll see if they ever trail in the third. Connor in to serve. Allen back in for Northwest. Well, if this is any indication when a new poll comes out tomorrow, the number for Viterbo might be not as high as 16, might be lower than that. Outside the pin, point Seahawks 2-0. Left side, actually middle for Preston, tip to the middle. Good effort by Halverson to keep the point alive. Right side for Preston. Preston off the block, gets the kill. 2-1. I'd say we check results on That Trinity Christian Governor State match, that might not be started by the time this one's done, or just barely underway. Serve was out, 3-1 Viterbo. Jarn Marquardt in for Angst and Halverson. Marquardt serving, far left, she'll go cross court. Inside, off the block, and that'll be a kill for Bailey Yaporski. 3-2, Littner back in. I'd like to see if Jar and Halverson ever play together next year. I wouldn't think so. Both left sides. Jar, dug up by Kruger. Preston the big swing, out. 4-2. And your middles are probably Dorn and Hinsman. Not sure what they've got coming in as far as freshmen. Jar and Halverson be your two left sides. Ely be a right side again, you would think. Tip to the middle, and couldn't quite get there, could Gurman. Never seen Franklin play right side, but that would be a possibility a year from now. Not quite the ideal right side. 5'10", okay height. Treptow, big shot there and a face burger for Ava Everett. Treptow having a nice match tonight. 8 kills now and hitting .583. Olivine and Ely in for Treptow and Connor. Olivina go cross court. Go inside off the block, and that'll be a kill for Lindsay Kruger. Preston fairly versatile for a freshman. Kruger fairly versatile for a freshman. Like what you see in those two spots. Murphy is a sophomore, able to play some outside and right side, so some versatility there. Aubrey Dorn will put this one away. Yeah, like I said, don't know if Viterbo's got a big hitter coming in next year. They're going to lose a couple of them in Mitchell and Treptow. Dorn will fill some of that role, but I'm not sure if Franklin's capable of playing right side. Hasn't done so much here. Swing by Murphy, dug up by Polavina. Halverson will get a swing off the block. Inside, and kind of a punch shot that time from Littner to get the kill. 6-5 Viterbo here in the third. Libero out, Yaporski in. Kruger back in. Gutierrez back in, so only 3 subs available max on any given point for Northwest, and they use all 3 of them on that point. Left side for Halverson. Big swing from Halverson for the kill. Halverson is pretty adept at getting a good swing when she's not completely on balance. Always talk about Mitchell, who just teched in, about you don't need to make a perfect pass for her to get a good swing. Starting to think that's kind of the case with Halverson as well. Some miscommunication resulting in a free ball here for Viterbo. Yep. Inside, right side for Ely. Dug up back row. Another free ball here for Viterbo. That's played over and out. Well, keep staying alive here, and good things can happen once in a while. Kenzie Winker showing a little frustration on the bench on that point. Dorn, actually, Libero Gurman will check in. 7-6. The Hawks still have not trailed at any point in this match. In the match or in a given set. Ely right side off the, nope, didn't get over. 7 apiece. Northwest here will have a shot to take a lead in a set for the first time tonight. besides the first point of sets. Into the net, they won't take advantage. Treptow and Connor in for Polavina and Ely. Connor. Second point near the net, blocked back by Treptow and Mitchell. And some miscommunication there between Allen and Preston results in a point for the V-Hawks. This is kind of the point in each of the first two sets where Jar put together a big run in the first set, and then Polavina put a big run together in the second set. See if that plays out here in the third set again as well. With Viterbo's best server and Connor at the line. Back row attack off the block, and that'll be a block for Mitchell. Solo block that time for Mitchell. She's up to 6 blocks tonight, is Mitchell. We said reigning defender of the week in the Chicagoland, 9 blocks in 5 sets last week, so she's got 15 blocks in her last 7 sets. 8 sets, I guess it would be. Halverson puts it away. Able to beat Kruger that time, 11-7. 4 straight for Viterbo and a counter service run. And a timeout Northwest. I'm not sure. You guys, the coaching part of my brain always thinks about what type of adjustments you could make in this match, and I'm not sure there's adjustments for Northwest here to make. Turbo, this is one of the better matches they played this year. Probably the best they played since the match here against Northwestern of Iowa. That 5-setter against Northwestern, who's was 3rd in the country at the time, and I haven't looked at the rankings since, so I'll go back and look here, see if I can recall a better match that Viterbo has played at home. They've upset, at the time, number 1 Indiana Wesleyan, who was the defending national champ. That was back in August. I think probably the best they played since the Northwestern match. Match they ended up losing, but that was a very high-level match. Yeah, I think best, second best match Viterbo's played at home here so far this season. Seahawks hitting 400. They hit 400 better here in all 3 sets. 5 kills, 1 air, 10 attacks so far in the third. Northwestern having their best offensive set so far, hitting 154, 6 kills, 4 airs, 13 attacks. But Viterbo still not quite as dominant, but still pretty clearly the better team here in the third set. Let serve there for Connor. Preston left side over the block, dug up by Gurman. Left side for Halverson, block back. Good stuff there by Yaporski. Halverson go right back at it again, dug up by Allen. Preston again left side, tipped, blocked by Treptow and Mitchell. Right side, played over. Left side for Halverson. Halverson off the block will get the kill. The near side line judge didn't see it. Far side did. Would have been a kill had that not dropped, but it did drop inside the line. 12-7 and 5 straight for Connor. Left side, Murphy over the block, dug up by Gurman. Right side for Treptow, and that'll be a kill for Sadie Treptow. Maybe one of Treptow's better matches this season. Good night out of Treptow, good night out of Halverson, good night out of Connor. Expected good night out of Mitchell. Ely's played all right. 6 straight and 13-7 and an ace for Connor. That will allow Maddie Connor. She has now tied the program record for career aces. I'll have a follow-up thought on that momentarily. Double check. I think that's her first ace tonight. Needed 1 coming in to tie the program record. Blocked back by Mitchell and Treptow. Played over by Preston. Connor will set up Mitchell inside, and a little excitement from Connor after she gets the ace that time as 7-point service runs in, but V-Hawks up 14-8. Let me double check that. That is Connor's first ace of the night, ties the career record. It's somewhere in the pile of paperwork here. Let's see if I can find that. It'd be in here. It's not. Here we go. That'll be a kill. Kill for Halverson. And do not list who the all-time leader in terms of aces are. I got 15-8. I got 10 points to find it. I'm going to go off the live stats for a sec as Marquardt is serving. Nope, I got to go back to the main page. Out. Point B Hawks 16-8. Here we go. Sports history. Here we go. Volleyball. Women's volleyball. Back set for Preston. Off the block. And good play that time. Good late reaction. Jarl gets something out of this. Good reaction by Yaporski inside. Tipped by Kruger. Dug up by Connor. Treptow will play it over. Left side for Preston. Nice swing from Preston. Dug up by Connor. Left side for Jar. Jar off the block will get the kill. All-time. There you go. Individual career record book. There we go. Timeout Northwest. 17-8 in the third here. 8 points away from a sweep. Okay, season leaders. Career leaders. Here we go. Aces. I didn't bring it up because I didn't know who that is. Terry Weisner, who has the career record here. Played here from 86 to 89. They say tied Terry Weisner, 86 to 89, 179 aces. That's what Connor's now got. 179 career aces. Rest of the top five, know most of the rest of the top five. Avery Bridings from Toma. She's in the Wall of Fame here. 176 from 06 to 09. Adriana Reinhardt from Caledonia had 169 from 18 to 22. She's not in the Wall of Fame yet, but I imagine she will be in a handful of years probably. Only been about 3 or 4 years since she graduated. Fourth on the list is Amy Goldsberry. Don't know who that is. She played here 87 to 90, 166 career aces. And fifth on the list, Lauren Sabaski. Played here from 17 to 22. Some virus extra years in there for Sabaski. 164 aces, and then served as an assistant coach here for a year or two after her playing days. So, all right, back to the action here. 17-8. So miscommunication will result in a point for Northwest. 17-9. We get back to the live stats here. Like I said, I don't know which SID here in recent years, whether it's Cody Bowl or which one it actually did all the work there to get all those stats up, but thanks to whoever did. Treptow, Everett stuck a body part in front of that one and still didn't get the desired result. 18-9, Viterbo 7 points away. Dorn back in, Gurman serving. Near the net, tipped over, played by Treptow. Franklin will get this swing from the left side, played back on an overpass. Right side for Treptow. That's been a pretty good offensive idea tonight, but it was outside the pin that time on the swing from Treptow. 18-10. Like I said, this match is going to be wrapping up here, 7:01. Not too distant future, with the other 3 quarterfinals all beginning at 7, so not going to get much of a gauge what's going on in any of those other matches before we talk to Ryan DeLong and call it a night. Kruger splits the block. Nice dig up by Czech. Now it was Marquardt, excuse me. Franklin off the block will get the kill. Polavina and Ely in. Treptow and Connor out. Right side for Ely. Ely over the block, dug up. Second point dump, played up by Gurman. Inside for Dorn. Dorn off the block, blocked back. Right side for Ely, tipped, and will get the kill. 20-10. Isabel Rebenzer here will get a little playing time. She'll replace McKenna Ely. Franklin's gotten some time here in the third set. Haven't gone as deep with the back row players here as they have in the regular season matches when they're had a bunch. Knuckleball in the middle from Polavina, and that'll be a big swing to put it away inside from Trinity Littner. Abby Allen back into serve for Northwest. Preston 8 kills tonight. 6 digs, 5 assists. Yaporski's got 4 kills. That's Lintner's 4th kill. Yaporski hitting .333, Lintner hitting .375. Swing in the middle that time from Dorn will get the kill. Preston of Yaporski, Lintner been okay. Kruger and Murphy have both had rough nights attacking. So 3 of the 5, you might say, for North. 3 for Northwest, and yeah, you throw Franklin and Dorn in there late. Viterbo's had good nights from about 7 different attackers. 21-11, Viterbo 4 points away, some miscommunication. Franklin wasn't sure, played it. Might have been in. Off the block, Rubenzer. Right side for Rubenzer. Rubenzer, decent swing. Maybe Rubenzer's that second right side next year. That ball was outside the pin on the right side. Line judge saw it on the far side. That'll be a point for the V-Hawks. 3 points away here from the sweep. Off the block, kept up by Gurman. Right side for Quist. Quist over the block will get the kill. Able to beat Allen in the back row. V-Hawks 2 points away. Into the net from Franklin. I'm going to go with that. (23-12), V-Hawks 2 points away here. Offside for Quist. Nice swing from Quist to get the V-Hawks to a match point. Mitchell back in here. Hinsman back in for Dorn. As is the tradition here, everybody stands for the final point. A decent crowd here for a Tuesday night in a tournament quarterfinal. Might be an ace to finish. The Hawks for sure going to get at least a free ball out of this. Right side for Rebenzer and a big block back. Bailey Yaporski with a solo block that time. Northwest here around for at least another point. Women's basketball here at home tomorrow, and we'll be back here Thursday for a semifinal match. Quist out. 24-14. Kruger serving for Northwest. Get your full stats here after the match, team and individual, and then we'll hang around. We'll throw a few questions at V-Hawk head coach Ryan DeLong. Quist dug up. Preston tipped middle. Gurman will play it up. Inside to Mitchell. Mitchell tips it over. Dug up by Kruger. Murphy block, dug up by Murphy kill. Swing dug up by Gurman. They'll play it to Rebenzer who plays it over. Left side, Murphy. Opposite hand hit will get the kill. 3 straight points for Northwest. Still a long ways to go here. 24-15. Offside for Quist, and Quist the kill to wrap up the match. Seahawks an 11-9 and 15 winner, up to 25-6 on the year. They have now won 52 consecutive matches in conference play, including regular season and conference tournament play. It's been over 3 years since Viterbo has lost a match to a conference foe. Viterbo will play for a 15th straight conference tournament title match on Thursday night here at home. Have not heard a time. I'm going to assume same time. Or maybe confirm that with Ryan DeLong after the match. Viterbo. Excuse me. Poll week to poll. Shoot, let me get a drink of water here. Poll week tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. Poll week tomorrow, as we said. So Viterbo might have a different number next to their name when we're back here Thursday night. Season for Northwest comes to an end at 13-21. They finished 5-9 on the road this season, does Northwest. All underclassmen for Northwest, though, so add a freshman class of 3 or 4 players, and some of the issues here with only having 9 bodies tonight get fixed a little bit. I think we got anything else we want to mention off that sheet, so got that sheet for Ryan DeLong. Those team stats, individual stats, and then we'll hopefully be at that point, be joined by Ryan DeLong. V-Hawks hit 297 in the third set, 16 kills, 5 errors, 37 attacks. Northwest hit positive for the first set in the match, hit .088, 9 kills, 6 errors, 34 attacks in the third set for Northwest. For the match, V-Hawks hit .388, 41 kills, 8 errors, 85 attacks. Northwest hit negative .021, 21 kills, 23 errors, 94 attacks. V-Hawks 3 aces and 4 errors, Northwest an ace and 7 errors. V-Hawks 43-33 in terms of digs, 7-2 in terms of blocks. So all the stats tonight kind of bore out an 11-9 and 15 decision. Let's go to Northwest first. Renaya Preston leads them with 8 kills tonight, also had 7 digs, 5 assists. Bailey Oporski had 4 kills at .333, couple of blocks. Trinity Littner had 4 kills at .333. Kaylin Murphy had 3 kills. She had 8 digs as well. Lindsay Kruger had a couple of kills and 5 digs. Ava Everett had 4 kills and 4 digs, and 3 assists. Abby Lilovich had 12 assists and 5 digs, and Abby Allen had 3 digs for Northwest. Sadie Treptow leads the V-Hawks tonight in kills, 10 kills, 2 errors at .471 and 4 blocks as well. Haley Halverson, a nice match, 9 kills at .444, couple of digs. Jada Mitchell, 5 kills at .417, had 6 blocks. Didn't go to her as much in the third set. McKenna Ely quietly had a pretty nice match tonight. 5 kills at .364, couple of digs. Izzy Jar, 4 kills and 3 digs. Casey Franklin played well late, 3 kills. Hit .750, couple of digs. Mia Quist played well late, 3 kills, couple of digs at .333. Aubrey Dorn had a couple of kills late and hit 1,000. Reese Gurman had 15 digs, 7 assists. Jaden Polavina, 14 assists, 4 digs. Maddie Connor had 19 assists and 2 digs. Had an ace that tied her. She'll have a chance to set the all-time program record for career aces in Viterbo's home match Thursday, which will be against Governor State or Trinity Christian. That match just started 11 minutes ago, so don't have much of an update we can pass along there. Michaela Marquardt finished with 5 digs for Viterbo tonight. Grace Check had a couple. That'll do it as far as stats tonight here. Now let's talk about the tournament here a little bit while we await Ryan DeLong. The Hawks will be back at home here Thursday, conference tournament semifinal. That will be against the winner of Governor State and Trinity Christian. Trinity Christian's the 4 seed, Governor State's the 5 seed hosting tonight. Regular season, Governor State took Viterbo to 5 sets. Trinity Christian, Viterbo beat them in 4. Ryan DeLong sprinting this way as much as a man of Mr. DeLong's age can sprint, so we'll take that. And Ryan DeLong will join us here momentarily. Ryan DeLong here with us. Thanks for joining us, Ryan. We kind of talked a couple of matches ago about how your ceiling is high enough, but maybe your floor isn't high enough. I thought your floor was high enough tonight. One of the better matches you played this year, maybe second best match I think you played at home since Northwestern in that real good national level match.
Yeah, I was happy with how we played. Sometimes we come out and take a while to get going, or we have a kind of a stinker of a set, but our consistency tonight, they helped us out a lot, right? A lot of hitting errors and stuff, but, putting good blocks up, and we just, when we got chances, we terminated. 41 kills, 8 errors, hit almost 400. We'll take that.
Sadie Treptow probably gets lost a little bit in the shuffle because she's got Jana Mitchell playing next to her all the time, but I thought one of her better matches of the season tonight.
Yeah, she's played pretty good all year long, but I thought she's had a couple down matches to her standards the last couple weeks. Today she was rocking. Probably needed their libero needed a helmet on a couple of those. They didn't have a block, and Sadie just exploded on it. So, she's, she does get lost a little bit maybe on the stats and stuff, but we know how important she is to our program. She's kind of the glue out there at times, and she's made herself into a hell of a volleyball player, love watching her.
Maddie Connor tied the career aces record. It probably doesn't get as much attention as a kills record or a blocks record or a digs record or something like that, maybe an assist, which she's among the better setters you've had in terms of career assists. But I guess talk about the aces record. Where does that kind of rank in comparison to those other career records?
Yeah, that's one of the few records since I've been here that hasn't been broken. I think that's in the back to the 80s, 90s. Yeah, 86 to 90. Okay. You were probably in college odds, but I still was probably in middle school. I wasn't even in middle school, by the way. But it's a really tough. It's a tough record to get right. We don't play teams that she's gonna very often get 4 or 5 aces. So when playing the top teams that we play, it's tough in the non-conference part of it. The other fact that last week she was second in the nation serves, meaning she served more than almost anyone in the country, meaning she was scoring a ton of points in her rotation. So that's probably even more. The ace record's cool, right? But being second in the nation, it just means we score a lot of points in her rotation. So she's putting good serves up almost every single time she's out there.
Two more things. One, first of all, Haley Halverson, I think she played her best match tonight since she missed those few matches with the concussion.
Yeah, Haley was good. As Dave would call her, double H's. She was 9 kills, 1 error. She got a lot of balls out of system that, weren't, she had to do something with. So I thought Haley was really good tonight.
Last thing for you here, semifinal opponent will be either Trinity Christian or Governor State. Trinity Christian took you to 4, Governor State took you to 5 and took you late. So do you maybe prefer Trinity Christian? Any preference there? Anyone a better matchup for you on Thursday?
Well, I think both were on the road. Governor State came after a back-to-back against St. X that, that was a emotional game there, just beating that team. So, no, I don't think so. On the home floor, we definitely play different on our home floor. So I think, we've seen them both, and we'll be watching tonight, see what we got, watch some film on them tomorrow, get ready for them, and come on Thursday.
Same time Thursday? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Thursday. Okay, thanks, Ryan. We'll talk to you then. That's Viterbo head coach Ryan DeLong. Thanks much to him, as always, for joining us after the match. V-Hawks an 11-9 and 15 winner tonight. V-Hawks up to 25-6 on the year. They've now won 52 consecutive matches in conference play. 44 in a regular season. That's their 8th straight conference tournament win going back a few years. So 52 in a row. And IU Northwest finishes their season at 13-21. We'll be back here Thursday night just before 6 o'clock again. Semifinal match. Viterbo against either Trinity Christian or Governor State. We'll talk to you on Thursday night just before 6. Good evening, everybody.